Exquisite and mystic pieces of history are scattered at every nook and corner of this curious land called India. Yet they lie hidden beneath the sand, above the hills, and amid deep forests. However, their faint murmurs can sometimes be heard if you choose to listen carefully. When we talk about the rich heritage of India, we talk about the world's oldest civilizations, which is a colossal amalgamation of religions, tradition, and customs. Taking this legacy of heritage to notch higher, the Indian government has decided to set up the Indian Institute of Heritage at Noida, Uttar Pradesh. The world-class university will work in the field related to rich Indian heritage and its conservation, leading to master's and PhD courses in history of arts, conservation, museology, archival studies, archaeology, among others. To gain more insights on the standalone institute of its type in the country, joining us Professor Vasant Shinde, who is an internationally recognized archaeologist and former Vice Chancellor of Deccan College, Pune. Professor Shinde has been teaching the postgraduate course in archaeology since 1982. In addition, he has been conducting teaching for the postgraduate diploma course at the Institute of Archaeology, Archaeological Survey of India since 1999.
I should say that this is certainly for the first time government has realized the importance of culture, and they have realized that we in India we do not have heritage managers, conservators, and we have such a vast wealth of heritage in the country. So in order to take care of this particular issue, and at the same time that the young generation they should get proper training in not only in heritage management or conservation, but also how to maybe generate archaeological data. Then there is also lack of field training in the country. So this part also can be taken care. So this is at par with IITs in India. So where the best faculty will be available. If not permanent faculty, they will be also available as a visiting faculty, and the benefit of that will go to the young generation, because you don't get to get this type of benefit elsewhere.
Further talking about the imperativeness of the heritage, which helps us to understand present with our inherited past, Professor Sinde says,
Heritage is so important that we get to learn so much about our ancient past. We get to know so much about the contribution made by our ancestors in the field of maybe architecture, in the field of maybe engineering, in various fields, in basic sciences and technologies. What are the contributions made by our ancestors? So unless we have the heritage and we study the heritage, we will not get to know about this. So from that point of view, it is important. Secondly, we also learn so much from our heritage. For example, I will also give an example that we always talk about the English bond construction method. You know that no, this is a scientific method which is being followed all over the world, and we always give credit to the English people because it is term after English. So we think that this is the one which was introduced by the English people. But the antiquity of this is going back to the Harappan times in India. It is the English people could know about this in 14th century AD, CD, CE. But the Harappans had introduced this particular method around 3000 BC, 5000 years ago. So this is not known to the people. And we should, we take pride that this is our contribution to the history, this is our contribution to science and technology. So in order to, people know about our, maybe our contribution and what we learn, this technique that was introduced by the Harappans 5000 years ago, it is found to be so relevant even today. It is not only used in India, but all over the world. So this is the relevance of the understanding of our heritage.
heritage not only helps us to decipher our past, but it also helps us to create a better future. Here's what Professor Sinde has to say.
This because of various factors, there is so much change happening in the world nowadays. Now, for example, we so far we are not given too much importance to the climatic changes. or we did not really care for the for our climate. But our history has taught that climate has played such an important role in the development of the civilization, in the development of the culture, and also equally it has played important role in the decline of the cultures, also collapse of the culture. So we know that that if we don't care about our about our climate, then perhaps we will not really shape our future. So if you want to really maybe have a direction in future, how we can go about, then the past knowledge is so useful, and on the basis of that we keep developing maybe different models for the future. So that base is, if base is not there, perhaps we will not be able to do that. So therefore this I just give you example how this can be used for maybe predicting the future. Tomorrow, suppose because of the climatic change, suppose we have to go back to maybe the agricultural stage, and it is going to happen. The water is collapsing. We are exhausting the water sources, and we know that how our ancestors have taken care of these aspect because they had realized the importance. So this knowledge can be used for our for planning for the future.
The conservation and research of India's rich tangible heritage, which not only unravel the glorious past, but it will also create an altogether better future. This is it in today's session. Thanks for watching.